Alright, how's it going? This is Gabe. Today we're going to be going over the riff for forward motion. So first you got to tune to the right tuning. Here we got standard. Basically what we got to do is tune it to open D. So we're going to tune the E down to a D. And then we're going to tune the, I think this is G, down to an F sharp. And then we're going to tune the B down to an A. Alright, there we go. So make sure it's nice and resonant and in tune. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm basically going to explain part by part how to play it, and then at the end of each part you can rewind and learn each section at a slower tempo or whatever you need to do. So the first part is this part. Okay, so just start with that. Basically, you're going to stick your middle finger on the second string on the 5th fret. And you're basically just plucking the first two strings for this part. And you're going to slide your middle finger up between each pluck. So I'm going to play that one more time. So you're going 5 to 7 to 9 to 4 and then pull off with your middle finger. Okay? And then just to put it all together. And then we pluck at the very end, we pluck the 3rd string open. Okay? So again, go back, just get that down, and then now we're going to start the second section, which is that part. And this is on the 1st string. You're just going to put your middle finger on the 5th, then your pinky on the 7th, 5, 7, 5, 4, index finger on 4, and then open. Okay, that's all on the 1st string at the end there. And then repeat. So get up until that point, rewind, whatever you got to do. Next part is the harmonics. So with harmonics, essentially what you're doing is you are going to bar the 7th fret really lightly. So if you're not familiar with harmonics, just get used to laying your finger nice and evenly over the frets, just a little bit, so that it creates this nice ringing. Okay, you're not actually pressing down, because then it'll just be either you'll play it like a full strum or it'll be muted. If you keep it nice and light, then it'll sound out. Okay, so we're gonna do the pattern on the right hand is 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, open. Okay? So just practice that. 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, open. Okay? And then rhythmically, this is how it works. I'll play that a little bit more slowly. Okay, so that's the end of the first part of the verse riff. I'll play what we have so far. Okay, so now here's another checkpoint, just go back, try to get familiar with what we've done so far. Once you can confidently play that, we're going to move on to the next section. Here we go. So we're like, now we go to the 9th fret, index on the 9th, on the 1st string, pinky on the 2nd string on the 12th. Okay? And what you're going to do here is you got your index finger on the 9th, your pinky on the 12th, and your pinky is also going to rest on the 3rd string. Notice how it's making a harmonic on the 3rd string just by like the pinky's lightly resting on that 3rd string, right? Alternatively, if that's a little too difficult, you can just play that string open. That sounds fine too. So it's either with harmonic or without. Alright? So this is going to go like this. Okay? Let's just practice that a couple times. Pay attention to what I'm doing on my right hand. Okay? And then right from there we go into this part. Okay, so get this part down. And then the next section is this. You got your middle finger on the 4th string. Very simple on the right hand here. You're just plucking the 4th and the 6th. And then the 4th again. And the rest of the work is being done by your left hand, or vice versa if you're on an inverted guitar. This is very similar to the beginning riff where all your work is being done by, again, your left hand just sliding up. Nice and economical, right? Okay, here we go. And it's going from 10 to 12, then to 7, and then pull off. So pluck, pluck, pluck. Basically, that's it. It's a little hard to explain. I'm not very good at explaining things. So I'll just play that one more time really slowly. Okay. If there's any confusion there on what you're supposed to be doing, just leave a message in the comments and I'll get to it. Okay, so get that down. Toughest part is going to be that you're skipping these strings. It's easy to pluck a wrong string by accident. And the other thing is the pull-off is a little tough. Right, getting a nice pull-off there is a little challenging. But anyway, let's go back, get it in context, right? So this is the second section. Okay, and that's it. The nice thing here is, since you're using your index and your pinky for this part, then your middle finger can come in really easily for this next section. Notice how it's right there. Okay? So, again, get to the end of that section once you feel comfortable playing this part. Which, I don't know if I'm even comfortable with that, but once you get there, then you can move on to this next section. Basically, we're just going to recap again. All right, so this is what we have so far. All right, and then we go straight back into that first section again. so far it's exactly the same. But now we set up for the chorus, which will be another video in itself. So basically we do this one just once now, and then when we go back into this part, we approach it a bit differently. So we've got the index finger on first, second, and third string. Make sure you can bar that comfortably. Maybe try this on electric guitar if it's challenging, because it's always a little easier to bar chords on an electric instead of the thicker strings of an acoustic. But for this section, you're going to bar the first 3 strings, and basically you play the first string, the second, and then your pinky comes and plays that next note. It's not a pluck, it's a you push the pinky on. It's like a finger tap. Alright? So you need relatively strong hands for this one. Either that or just play on like an electric or with lower gauge strings. Okay, so once you get that, then we're going to slide down. Same thing, index and pinky, but now we're going to the 7th and 9th. So here we're plucking the first 2, then the 3rd, then the 2nd. Okay? That's the next part. We move the index finger off of the first string and onto the 2nd string, and then your ring finger will tap on the 3rd fret, and then you pull off. So like that. Now if that finesse is a little tough, you can just strum 3 times instead of doing the tap and the pull up. You could go like that. Okay? Oh, that was a little loud. Okay? So let's do it one more time. Okay? And then we'll just end on that chord, which is the 5th, barred with your index finger, and then the 7th, your pinky is on the 3rd string. Okay? And that will be the beginning of the chorus, but we're not going to do that today. Alright, let's review from the top. Alright, let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.